Well, let's wait a minute and see if we get some people in. Um, Sorry about the this morning. It was kind of a nightmare in here, man. Um, Cynthia, we're gonna try it again. Good morning, Bill from Bill and Squeak. We had a little bit of a struggle here this morning. Um, my computer was updating, and because it was updating, uh, my live stream just wasn't working. Good morning, Cynthia. You know, it's weird because it let me type messages to Cynthia all morning, but then in the attempt to go live, it just didn't have enough get up and go. Uh, Good morning, plugs for days. Um, uh, no worries, Bill. Um, uh, Digging with Squeak. No worries. Welcome back, plugs for days. Um, let's try this again. Um, Affirmation for today. I know I am capable of overcoming all the adversities in my life. River Sticks, good morning. Uh, Welcome to the show. We're a little off the mark this morning. I had a little trouble with my computer connecting, so we're trying a take two of Monday morning. Um, we had Carl from Team Clambake was here earlier, so thank you, Carl, for coming in. Sorry that we didn't get to visit. And um, Felipe was here, the drone bandit. He said he got some really good stuff over the weekend. He had a great time. I think he was up in Cocoa Beach over the weekend. Tommy is at, last I knew, he was at Melbourne at Schooly Swampy thing. I don't know who this is. Look here. If you guys want to come up on the stream, that's fine. But recognize, so I know who you are. Um,
It's me. It's Plugs.
so plugs. Okay. I never know who it is.
I had that name typed in for Juice's food challenge, I think. So
Okay.
I'm
All right.
driving. I'm driving, so I can press the button to join, but I don't want to pick up my phone and right. So,
I gotcha.
anyways, it's Plugs. What's up?
Yeah, because you don't want to get in trouble texting driving. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So how you doing?
I'm doing okay. Um, there we go. I fixed your name.
Okay, good. Good morning, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Good
morning, Tommy. Tommy's up there. Last I knew, he was up there in Melbourne. Not Melbourne. Melrose, Florida, at a schooly van life meetup thing. Um, they were all doing the kumbaya thing last night. It was kind of cool.
Yeah,
But I didn't see Tommy out there doing the kumbaya. What the heck?
yeah. It's
Um,
just
so, um, uh, uh, it was pretty warm here over the weekend. I did a little pressure washing of my friend's house. Well, half before the heat got to me. Um, Yesterday was 85, and the day before
wow.
was like 89.
So what is the
Yeah, it's really
temperature
warm
during?
down.
So like, what's your temperature during summer
What's
then?
that?
What is the temperature that you get during summer there in Florida?
Um, it's beyond hot. It's
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Joint. KCMD joint.
all right. I don't know if this is working or not. So uh, the temperature during the summer is in the hundreds, triple digits.
Wow.
Yeah, and the heat index is again even worse. There's Tommy out there in the sticks.
Hey, Tommy, can you hear us,
What's up,
Tommy?
man?
How you
There
heading,
he
bud?
is. Oh my gosh, he's got all those bead necklaces on. I wonder if he's been doing that thing they do down there in New Orleans.
Can't hear you.
No,
What?
Lap dancing.
can you? I can see your ear, but I don't know if I'm. Am I broadcasting? Can people hear me or not?
I could hear you, Dennis. I can.
Okay, so Tommy, it's you. Um,
Yeah, he's been getting weak signal out there. When he tried going live, I think Saturday night or Friday night,
oh
he couldn't.
yeah,
He went live. He went live, but he couldn't have people join because he said that the signal was
yeah. I
one
saw
bar.
part of that, but
Yes. So we're getting a hardcore rain all
since
week.
I don't think we have rain in the forecast for a month. I don't think we're going to get anything for a while.
Yeah, I went out
Um,
yesterday because
it's
the rain was just coming in, so I went out and ended up dumping as I was raining. But it was a muddy mess.
You got to see the front bumper of this bus. This is great. It's like Mad Max.
Tommy, you're breaking up. You're breaking up, but you look good. You got
Yeah,
those bead necklaces on.
your ears are clean.
Yeah, your ears are clean. There he goes. He's left. Um, Looks like it might rain today. There's a 15% chance of rain today. And then I don't see rain for the next 10 days. And the
Yeah,
temperatures are in the upper to mid 80s for the next 10 days.
wow.
Yeah,
So when are you
yeah.
heading back
It's getting
to?
close.
Do you have a departure date?
I have a departure date of April 1st.
All right. On.
And
Are
I'm
you telling the truth?
hoping that the, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm hopeful that the doctors will have some sort of a treatment plan by April 1st. I've told them all they've only got till the 1st of April to figure it out and get a treatment plan together so that I can transfer it to Upstate Medical Syracuse Cancer Center. Um, so, and I don't know if you heard. Did you hear what they diagnosed me with?
I have not.
Okay. So a week ago, Friday, my oncologist had done a endoscopy. They took a biopsy of the tumor in my throat and determined that that tumor is benign, but and that's the only good news to that biopsy is that the tumor is benign. But they did a sample of the blood in the tumor and put it under a high-powered microscope, so like the tip of a needle, and there were 60 parts epithelius or something to that effect, and there should be 0. And so I said, what does that mean? And they said that means you have leukemia.
Oh,
and
wow.
you probably had it for a while. So he said all of the little problems that I've been having that they've been trying to figure out, like my thyroid being all screwy, and they can't get it, they can't figure out how to fix it. They called it thyroid disease for the last 4 years. He said that's all part of the leukemia, and so I'm waiting to see another oncologist. The one that I was seeing, the one that did the biopsy, he doesn't deal with leukemia, so I have to go to a different oncologist. And that guy he's coming back to the country today. Yeah. And then it'll be 14 days or something like that, or 10 days before they can see us, because they've been out of the country and the whole COVID, yada, yada, yada. So I'm waiting for an appointment with him to go get blood work done so they can try to identify what type of leukemia I have. And some leukemias are really easy to treat, and some are not. And I think on the big scale of things, if you're going to have a cancer, you should have leukemia because it is the most curable of all of the cancers in the world.
Oh, that's good.
Because it's in the blood. It's cancer of the blood. Good morning, Keith. So a week ago Friday, I would say was a really bad day. I talked with Charlie from Digging It Back. I talked with Tommy, and I was going through this wave of emotion all day, and by Saturday I was out of the wave and surfing the beach, if you will. It is what it is. We'll figure it out. But I'm not going to do the treatment in Florida because it's just too damn hot to stay in Florida in my camper van. I'll never survive it. Plus, all of the really good stuff to dig up, metal detecting, is not in Florida. It's up north,
Yeah.
New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, Connecticut. Nothing. There's nothing here, and if you find something here, the state wants it, or Mel Fisher's estate wants it, or Spain wants it. There's I hear people talking about going to the beach all the time to go metal detecting because I live on the Treasure Coast, and it's named that because the hurricanes that came through here 200 or 300 years ago wiped out all these ships coming out of Spain. So if you find treasure on the Treasure Coast, it's likely you won't get to keep it.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. I've done a little bit of metal detecting on the beach. Here on this coast, you can't even get in the water. If you get in the water above your ankles, deep in water, it's a federal offense. You get arrested, you go to federal prison. They take everything you own, and you pay big fines, and it's just not worth it. So, I have found some stuff here. last week, I think it was last week. Yeah, last week I found a 1916 Barber dime, but I didn't find it on the beach. I found it on the sidewalk or along the sidewalk. Um, Cynthia says, um, you better get my rocking chair ready for the top of the van. um, uh, I I've gotten a few more properties and permissions up there in New York since I got here to Florida, and I bought. Tommy's bringing it. He's got it up there in Melrose with him. I bought a Vanquish 540 that I'm going to be um, giving to an 11-year-old who's going to be visiting during the summer from Kazakhstan. I think that's how you say it. Um, his mom was one of my friends when I was a kid, uh, and her family owns this massive property in New York State. So on the trust now, it's 540,000 acres. Now,
Holy
can you
smokes.
imagine getting a permission that's 540,000 acres? Holy crap!
No.
I'm still researching it. When I left New York uh, in the winter, I had located 67 homes. I'm up to 90 home sites so far. Yeah, don't get lost. I'm up to 90 home sites right now that were built between 1820 and 1850. And it's all primarily cornfields and soybean fields now. So I'm going to have a great opportunity up there to get out, do some detecting. It's raining. Oh, bummer, man. Um, so I'll have a good opportunity to get out there and do some metal detecting. And her son, I met her son 3 years ago. He was 9, and he was following me around her parents' house as I was metal detecting, and he just was so enthused by that activity. Now he's 11. He spoke with one of my father-like figure in New York State just a few weeks ago, and he said, "Hey, do you think that guy will let me go metal detect with him again?" And of course, my friend Richard said, "Sure, he will." And I figure at 11 years old, you ought to have your own machine,
Oh,
rather
yeah.
than follow
Video
somebody
game.
around who's digging up treasure. You dig up your own treasure. So, so I bought the Vanquish 540 for him, and I'm excited to get it tested out, make sure it works the way I want it to, um, and give him an
Exciting.
opportunity to go out there and find treasure. Yeah, yeah. It's a massive property, and
that moment when you had, are you? I mean, you're giving it to him. Like, here, this is yours forever. Giving it to him. Oh, see, that's
yeah,
gonna be a special moment, and he's gonna remember that for life. That's so sweet,
yeah,
dude. That's badass.
yeah.
Excuse my French.
I got a great deal on that detector. I bought it from Jeff Squatch. It's the 540 Pro Pack. So it's got 2 coils. It's got the wireless headphones. I've since purchased a small digging tool, a tall shovel, a fines pouch, and a MineLab Pro 15 pinpointer. So he'll get the whole package,
The whole shebang.
the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, that's very, very cool. Yeah, I don't know if you know who Nomad metal detecting. He's from my area.
You're
Well,
you're glitching.
can you hear me? How about now?
You're glitching, and your screen is frozen, and your mouth is wide open. It's awesome. I wish I could do a screenshot. Um, Bill from Bill and Squeak says Vanquish is a good machine. Might have issue with the battery compartment. R&B makes a good rechargeable pack for that. For it that works good. Bill, I'll check into that. Thank you so much for letting me know. I think this internet thing is worldwide, man. Everybody who's gotten on here has had a problem holding the signal, holding the internet. So we'll try it again. I'll throw that link back in there. Maybe, yeah. So that property up there in New York, I'm really looking forward to that. It's such a massive area of space, and when the fields have been planted, when the corn's planted, they'll let me out there until the corn is about knee high, and that's any higher than that you can't swing the coil effectively, and then I'll move into the wooded areas where there are additional homes in the wooded areas. And so I'll be able to continue hunting. Hey, it's Mr. Bill. How are you, buddy?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you? You look good. You look cold.
Man, it's 40 degrees.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's not good.
I got spoiled down in Florida.
Yes, you did. Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't get to see you there.
Yeah, Tommy said
like
you
I
had some
say-
pain issues.
Yeah, I had some issues going on, and I still have some issues going on, but March 10th, I see the next oncologist for the results of the new blood work and trying to determine what type of leukemia and what type of treatment that we do. I heard about
the Syracuse for treatment, right?
I am, yeah. I'm not going to do that here.
Yeah.
I heard about a treatment for certain types of leukemia where they put you into an isolation bay for 15 days. They remove your blood or a portion of it. They remove all of your antibodies, and they send the blood off, and then they infuse the blood with an enzyme, and then they put the blood back into your body. And the enzyme eats the cancer, eats the leukemia, and it's been very successful.
Yeah, St. Jude's was one of the places that was testing that. It's just real hard on kids, man, being in something like that, you know. But yeah, we're big supporters of St. Jude, and that's one of the trials that they were doing there. Hey, Cynthia.
Yeah, as I understand, they're doing it right now at one of the cancer centers of America in Philadelphia. And so if that is a possible treatment for me, then I'll go to Philadelphia for that treatment.
You don't want to do that in Florida, especially staying in the van, man. Your body just won't handle that, dude. It's a hell of a shock to your body. I mean, just chemo and radiation by itself. I mean, when I went through that, dude, it was bad enough. But trying to go through some more of the sophisticated treatments, man, don't do it down in Florida. That heat will tear you up.
No. Bro. Yeah, I used to live in Florida year round, and only the last Well, this will be the 5th year that I've left Florida for the summer. And when I lived here year round, I didn't live in a van. I lived in an apartment, and I rarely came out of my house in the summer because it's so hot, so
Yeah.
humid.
Yeah, that's
But
just kicking
but
my
the
butt.
idea of doing treatment, yeah, yeah, um, yeah. 2 years ago, I did radiation treatment while I was in the van and here in Florida, and I'm going to tell you that was probably one of the hardest experiences I've had.
Yeah,
So
I can imagine.
I have friends in New York that have offered me a place to stay. They've offered to take me down to either up to Syracuse University Cancer Center. Good morning, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Good morning,
Hey,
Way into
Mary.
Adventure. Hi, Sharon. I've been watching your shows, and I like your program. Thank you for coming by. So my friends have offered me a place to stay up there in New York. They've also offered to transport me to treatment, whether it's at Syracuse Cancer Center, the University of Syracuse, or if I need to go down to Philadelphia, they're happy to take me down there and make sure I get the treatment I need. So for the most part, I won't be in the van over the summer. Just if I'm feeling well enough to go metal detect, then I'll take the van and go hit some of these properties I've got.
Right.
So you and Squeak, when I'm coming through Virginia, I'm going to go talk to my buddy Troy. He's got the farmhouse from 1861. It's 500 acres. The house was used during the Civil War, the Battle of Petersburg, as a hospital. And I had some great finds there a couple years ago. I still have permission on that property. I'm going to try to turn that over to you and Squeak.
Oh man, you're awesome, brother. I think when you're coming through Virginia, we're going to be in Pennsylvania.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, we're going to be up at Come Out Swinging, April 1st through 5th, up in Boyertown. Near
Is that
Pottsville.
a paid event?
Yeah. We're getting sponsored to go to it this year. This is going to be our second event this year. So we're looking forward to it. It's a lot smaller than Florida Hunt 8. It'll be a lot more intimate, a lot more manageable. I mean, I liked Florida Hunt 8, man, but you know me and crowds, dude. It was a lot of people, a lot of humanity. Squeak was a superstar. Got to hang out with all of her big superstar idols, and I just kind of sat back and rode the wave, brother.
Yeah. If you could, when you get a chance, send me a text message for that event in PA. I won't be stopping for only about a day in Virginia, and then I'm continuing on. My friends that you met this last fall are going to be here in Florida when I hit Virginia. So I'm missing everybody this year because I'm traveling so much earlier.
Yeah.
Last year I didn't leave here until May, first week of May.
It was much later.
What's that?
Yeah, it was spring when you left last year, wasn't it? It was into spring when you left.
Yeah, it was spring. Yeah. And then I saw you guys in the fall when I was coming home.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to transfer some of my permissions over to you and Squeak because you're in that area.
You're awesome, brother.
And one of those farms, the Troy farm, that's 500 acres. Mr. Adams' property is 3,000 acres, and it's all it's right around the Battle of Reims and the Battle of Petersburg, and so if I can get that over to somebody that will appreciate it, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, you know us, man. We don't have the permissions of Civil War hunt. We hunt anything we can. And we're appreciative for anything we can find.
Absolutely. And if you get up to New York State, if you have the opportunity to come up that way, health permitting, I'm going to try to put on a hunt later October on a portion of that 540,000 acres.
Oh wow!
I'm working out the details with the state or the trust owner, and I picked a couple of houses that are from the 1820s that are now part of a soybean field.
I'll get you in touch with Chris Altman, who he's the author of From the Ground Up books and Profiles. That's the second book we're going to be in coming out this month.
Okay.
I'll get you in touch with him. He lives in upstate New York.
Who does he?
And he's one of the big sponsors for Come Out Swinging.
Okay.
But he's looking at doing another Profiles book, and I think you ought to look into getting in on that, brother.
Yeah, I'd like that.
I'll drop your name to him in a little bit and get y'all in touch with each other. Because he's looking for good backstories on metal detectors,
Okay. Where in New York is he at?
Somewhere near Albany or something like that.
Okay.
Albany,
Yeah, that's Albany's. Okay. Albany is about 4.5 or 5 hours from me. It's not that far away. So I mean, I that's 5 hours. That's not far. Not when you drive. My trip up there is almost 2,000 miles from here.
Yeah.
So 5 hours is nothing.
It took us 13 hours to get to Melrose from here. We hit traffic.
Yeah.
You're going to bust into traffic around Savannah, man. We sat in traffic for about an hour and 45 minutes in Savannah.
Oh, wow.
So if you can go around that, definitely go around that, buddy.
I'm going to go see Cynthia first. I have an iron wheel that I dug in New York last year that she's just in love with, so I'm going to drop that off to her.
Awesome. Yeah, we got to meet Cynthia and her daughter up at Florida Hunt 8. Unfortunately, we didn't get to spend a lot of time together, but it was awesome getting to meet her and her daughter.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go to Cynthia's, and then I'm not sure which interstate I'm gonna take, but I'll jump on an interstate that gets me back over to Virginia. I think 81, 84.
Go up to 85. Just make your way up to 85 and come right into Petersburg.
85. Oh, okay. All right. I know it's one of the 80s.
80 will dump you out right in Petersburg into 95.
Okay. That's it. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and you're only like 20 minutes from where you were staying at when we met up.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
in that general area.
Yeah, I won't be able to stop there this year because they'll be down here fishing. And they normally come down here a lot earlier. And this year they're not. And it's actually going to work out well for them to come now. They're one of their buddies and one of my friends just recently was diagnosed. He's got a tumor in his neck that's wrapped around his carotid artery, and they can't remove it. So there's no surgical option. I believe he's going to start chemo this week. They're going to try to shrink that tumor and then hit it with radiation and try to kill it. So, Um, uh, let's see. Waiting to Adventure is in Ronin, I think.
Sun running.
I don't know. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. Oh no, Ronin is a person. Sorry, I read that wrong. Um, I yeah, I've got issues going on this morning here. I'm telling you what. Um, I haven't done much metal detecting here in Florida. I just um, uh, between the it's been very warm here this year, and um, I can't. My thyroid is so screwed up. I can't regulate my body temperature. And I sweat obsessive, extreme,
Right.
horrible sweating. Then what that is, I was talking with the doctors about that, and they said what that is my heart is trying to keep up with everything else,
Right.
and it's putting stress on my heart, which is causing me to stress more or to
Yeah, your
sweat
heart's
more.
thinking that your body is overworking trying to keep up.
Yeah, and then I have these little mini heart attacks. So um, I just had a nuclear stress test done just this last weekend, and the end of the week, and we'll figure out what's going on. But I've had in the last 4 years, I've had like 9 mini heart attacks and
Um,
2 not so mini heart attacks. So
I'm gonna tell you
um,
what, I cannot stand those nuclear stress tests. I'm sick for almost a week every time I have to have one. I react to the dye.
yeah, I had a bad reaction this time. They still had me on the treadmill, but then they had me under this thing to look at my heart, or like an MRI machine. But they gave me the radioactive dye, and like 20 minutes later, my vision was so blurry I couldn't see where I was walking. It was not a. I don't want to do it again ever, you know.
They tried the
But
treadmill with me, but I'm my own worst enemy because I mean we carry 40 pounds of gear just on a,
yeah,
on a daily basis, and then I'm doing foot patrols, and I mean it's nothing to walk 15, 18 miles a day. So that little treadmill for 6 minutes doesn't do nothing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, they got to experience when I say that I can't regulate my body temperature. They got to see what that was all about. 3 minutes in on the treadmill, and I was dripping sweat onto the equipment. I mean, I just couldn't. And
Well,
I
it looked like you were having a hard time when we were out detecting, and it was what 45, 50 degrees.
yeah, yeah. Um, I don't sweat too bad when I'm sitting still, but the minute I start walking anywhere, I just
Yeah.
can't. My body goes into hyper overload, and the upside of that is that I'm thinning out. I'm losing weight. I can see it in my face. My face is thinning out.
You look like
Um,
you've lost some weight since we saw you.
yeah, I have. I've dropped about 30 pounds in 3 months in Florida. So I'm sweating it all out, baby.
It was weird when we were there last week. It was 40s at night and 80s during the day. I think there was only one day we were in hoodies while we were down there, and we were down there for 5 days.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
I didn't do much detecting. Squeak did a bit. She went live on a Sunday, and Tommy tracked us down and came and hung out with us. And Squeak was detecting with us, Dawn and Shelly, Audra, Teresa the treasure hunter, and Joe Setti, and I ended up digging that horsehead cane topper. Man, that thing cleaned up beautiful.
Nice.
We're actually going to
Um,
repurpose that.
I saw the horse head thing she found. That's cool as hell, man. Holy crap. That was
And
really neat.
beside us, she found a sash buckle.
That's right. Um, yeah, she's quite the metal detector. She put me to shame in a heartbeat.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, and I bumped her up to that Equinox, and
You got her the 600, right?
that's all right. What's up?
That's okay.
The cane topper. Yeah.
Just classes and preschool. Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, we're going to repurpose. A buddy of mine is actually going to make a new cane for that topper.
Nice.
And, the sash buckle cleaned up good. She's got that in her display. So yeah, I mean,
Nice.
that was about our best finds for Florida Hunt 8. But I mean, we had a good time. We just went to hang out with people and meet people.
Yeah, absolutely. What did she get for the Mind Lab token?
Audra actually found the token and gave it to Squeak. I think Audra had got a shirt or a backpack or something like that, and then Squeak got to spin the wheel. She won backpack. I won an ink pen and a carabiner.
Nice.
My luck with them wheels is crap, dude.
Cynthia said she found the weight I lost.
Me too, buddy.
Poor thing. Yeah.
I put on about 30 pounds since all this mess started and just haven't dropped it yet because I haven't been as active.
It's easier to gain weight than it is to lose it, generally speaking.
Well, during the summer, man, I end up losing 40 to 50 pounds during the summertime, but just waiting on that to come around.
Hang on 1 second. Let me answer this real quick. Hang on 1 sec, guys. Hey there. Hey, I'm on a live stream right now, on my channel, but okay, all right, bye. Sorry about that. That's my friend in Virginia. That was Virginia that you met in Virginia.
Okay.
And she's going to call me back in a little while. So, because normally this stream is long over by the time it gets to be 10 o'clock. But this morning was just a mess. My computer was doing an update in the background. I didn't realize it, and it just ate up all of my bandwidth. So,
yeah, I saw you go live, and all I saw was raindrops on a hood. I said, "Well, there we go."
Yeah. It was. I didn't on my screen. It didn't. I saw myself. I was talking, and nobody was answering, and then I turned on my phone and realized that my stream was really there was nobody there. The lights were on and nobody was home. Yeah. So.
I was out here eating breakfast, waiting on a couple of my classes to come outside, so figured I'd hop on and say hey for a little bit.
I appreciate the visit. Have your buddy reach out to me from New York, and
yeah, when I get up here, I'll message him, and he's a really awesome guy. And like I said, we're in From the Ground Up 2, and then Squeak and I both wrote our kind of backstory for Profiles, and he wants to do a Profiles 2 book. And I'll let him know about you, dude, because I mean, you got a hell of a backstory too. And,
yeah,
that's what he's looking for. He's looking to put humanity with some metal detectors. I mean, people talk on chats and emails all the time, but we kind of forget each other's human at some point,
Yeah, absolutely. And I have a newspaper article coming out about me in New York State. I think in like a week, about that bracelet that I dug up last year, the Homer Wilson bracelet, and how I determined who he was, and that he actually was a prominent member of my community long before I was there, or old enough to understand. And then how I got a hold of his family, and returned that bracelet to the family, and it's something that because he was such an important person in our neighborhood, they're doing an article about it. How cool is that?
That is awesome, bro.
I get my 30 seconds of fame out of that baby, and I wasn't even really looking for fame. I just wanted
that's
to.
an awesome story, start to finish. Though that's what keeps me into metal detecting is the story.
Good morning, Mark. Yeah. It's that ability to. I spend more time researching what I found than I do finding stuff.
We're waiting right now.
It keeps me involved.
Yeah, that 1950s class ring that I dug up a couple weeks ago, the owner of that's still alive. She's in a nursing home right down the street from here, but unfortunately they had an outbreak in the nursing home and it stopped all visitation. But as soon as they open it back up, we're actually going to go give it back to her, and that's going to be awesome.
Okay. Gold and silver. You're the guy in Auburn, New York, aren't you? If you are, we need to go metal detecting, man. I know you were trying to reach out to me last summer, and it never panned out. I think that's who you are. Man, we got a heck of a crowd in here right now. It's a shame because I had to go to the doctor again this morning, so I'm gonna have to cut it short. But Bill, reach out to me. Yes, Dennis. Okay, look here, gold and silver. I'm gonna do something I rarely ever do, but I'm gonna do this because I don't know how else to reach you. I'm gonna put my phone number in the chat. Take this number down and reach out to me. I'm gonna be up. I'm coming back to New York in April, so reach out to me. Let's get together. I've got a massive property up there, and maybe you'll have an opportunity to come out and do some metal detecting with me up there. It's all about sharing, man. Sharing is caring.
I'm taking a shot.
Anyway, yeah, just copy that number down. Shoot me a message. Gold and silver. Mark Davis has been up there digging on the softer ground, and he had an amazing week last week. He got 4 largies, 3 of them out of 1 hole. He got 5 Indians, and he got 14 or 15 Wheaties in just a very small area. Plugs, I don't know how to delete that, but
just retract your message, Dennis.
Just do what?
Retract your message, almost like you did a typo and you retract your message, because when it replays later, your number's going to be on there, brother.
No, I don't have that. I don't have the chat visible on my stream. Afterwards, chat's not visible. I've shut it off. I don't see a place to reach to pull that back.
Oh, you're using Melon, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, you said he's got it. I can get rid of it. I don't know how to get rid of it, but I don't answer my phone, generally speaking, if I don't know who you are. So yeah, I don't. And my chat is not visible in the replay. Anything that's chatted up in here doesn't show up. Oh, maybe. Hang on a sec. Maybe I can do it off from YouTube. Let me go into YouTube. Come on into YouTube land. Whoops. Let me go into. Okay, let me come back up here. Remove. Bam! I got it out of there. It's gone. I used
Awesome.
YouTube to delete it out. All right. Thanks, guys. Yeah, Gold and Silver, shoot me a text message first with your name, and then I'll add you to my contact list, and we'll definitely get together and do a little hunting. Yes, plugs. I am forever thinking I want to talk to you, and I don't have your phone number, so definitely shoot me a message so that I can update my phone for you as well.
You got to
Mark
plug
Davis,
when he's not zapping trolls and making me do shots for every time he does.
Mark Davis, you suck, and that's all I can say. Yes, he got a 1944 dime, silver dime. He got a Merc. He just had an amazing hunt up there. And I kind of hate him at the moment, but it won't last for long. So, I love you guys, and I appreciate you all coming up here and sticking with me throughout my horrible start to the morning. I'm going to give the affirmation one more time, and we're going to say goodbye, and I've got to go to the doctor. So, I know I am capable of overcoming all the adversities in my life. That is today's affirmation. It is the perfect affirmation for this morning. The main thing to remember, I think, is for me, is every day is a gift. Live every day like it's your last. Live life to the fullest. If there's something you want to do, go out there and do it. That's the deal. And if you're not doing that, you're not living. So on that note, thank you everyone for coming back to take 2 of Monday morning, and see you all on Wednesday at 9 a.m. and again at 7 p.m. And we'll have a grand show. And Bill, reach out to me with the information about.
Yeah, I'm gonna message him as soon as I get off here. I'm gonna message him. His name is Chris Altman. He may get a hold of you on Messenger. That's how we talk most of the time. It's just a lot easier.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'd be interested for sure.
I'll send you that link to come out swinging. Like I say, it's the 2nd and 3rd of April.
Okay. All right.
So,
maybe I can stop in and say hi on my way through.
yeah, because we're going to be up there for that. And I don't know if we're going to do another. I don't know if we'll be able to afford to do another one this year. I mean, Florida Hunt 8 was my first vacation in 22 years. So
Wow.
we're going to be doing come out swinging, and then we'll kind of play it by ear from there. We had a blast with it, though. I wish you could have been there, brother.
Yeah, I wish it could have been. But,
life happens,
health
man.
comes first.
Yep.
Health comes first, metal detecting comes second, and dinner comes later. Thanks so much for coming up, Bill. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. We'll see you all again on Wednesday, 9 a.m. Bye, guys.